Hello everyone, Richard Hunley and David McKeever here with Advance One McKeever Real Estate for another segment of your monthly market update for the month of March. There's a lot of good things going on in the market right now. David, why don't you tell us a little bit about them?
All right, so we're going to change it up just slightly because first and foremost, what's in the news a ton is interest rates. With the stock market going down so much in the past few weeks, it's caused rates to go to incredibly new lows, historic lows. I got a quick chart behind me, and it basically shows the interest rates on average over the last 5 decades, from the 70s all the way through the 2010s. As you can see, rates today are under 3.5%, and you know, since this graphic was even made, they're probably even slightly lower. And before we get into what's happening in our Stockton local market, I just wanted to urge all of you watching that you should personally be looking at your own home loan to see if maybe you can refinance it right now. Because if you bought a house in the last 2 to 3 years, most likely your rate's into the 4s. But now's a great time to refinance. Look into it to possibly lower your payment or even buy, right? Buying
both.
at this low rates, you can be able to actually afford more. So quick message on interest rates. They're super low, so get out there and see what you can do for your loan. Let's get into the monthly market update.
And as you can see on this chart behind us, again, the pendings are still taking off. The pendings are in red. They're just going up like gangbusters. We went from 352 pendings last month to this month that just happened, 318. So really going up. The light green is for sale. You can see that's still dropping. So here we go. Pendings going up, listings dropping. The sold's leveled out, kind of an indication that we're going to have a little bit of a shortage of listings and probably cause the prices to go up some more. So now we're going to do some more comparisons.
Yeah. All right, let's take a look at this 5-year chart of the new listings that came on the market here in Stockton. All right, so here we are in February of 2020. Last month we had just 341 new listings hit the market. And if you look back at this 5-year chart, you know, we're going to look all the way across, and this is the lowest point. We had the lowest monthly new listings in the last 5 years. It's just incredibly low right now. As you can see, these last three this is by quarter, but the last 3 quarters are pretty much lower than we've seen in a 5-year period. So, you know, Richard and I have come here quite often to say the inventory is low. You know, there's not enough homes for sale. Well, it's really the case here. We have the lowest number in 5 years. And from the chart that Richard went over, you saw the buyer demand is up because the amount of pendings went up the last 3 months. So it truly is like, if you are considering making the move sometime in 2020, you might want to expedite that process and get your home on the market sooner rather than later, because there's just less competition, less other homes for sale right now.
Yeah. And in this chart, this is our average price per square foot. And we're back up over 200 again, up 7.5% from this time a year ago. 200 kind of is a barrier that you see was only broke one other time. So because of lack of inventory, people are getting a little bit more money for their house.
Yeah. The next chart let's look at is the average sold price here in Stockton in February 2020. All right, here in Stockton last month, home prices, the average sold price was $343,000. That was just up slightly from the previous month. But as you can see, if you were to look back on this chart for a full 12 months, last March, the average sold price was just at $307,000. That's a pretty good healthy climb in appreciation here, really. If you were to draw a line, it's not a 45-degree angle, but it's a nice angle up. It's an upward trend. And if we continue to see the low inventory, we can kind of put 2 and 2 together that this price is going to slowly continue to tick up, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's going to tick up at, like you said, a nice, healthy flow, so we need more listings.
Yeah, and especially as the rates are lower, because somebody who couldn't afford this 343 house last year or in December, maybe they can only afford 325. With the rates going down 3/4 of a point, hey, now they can afford this a higher
little
price
more.
point. You know, so it really makes a huge difference when it comes to affordability.
Yes, thank you for lowering the interest rate and keeping the real estate market moving forward.
Well, that concludes our March 2020 Stockton housing market update. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. Our phone numbers are down below. If you're thinking about making a move in this market, you can reach out to us via phone as well. And we shall see you next month. Thanks for watching.